Well, it just doesn't want to get zoomed in here. How do we focus here? Sorry, everybody, I'm trying to get this set up. It's not wanting to get on the feeder there for some reason. All right, how do we get focused on it here? Well, there we go. Let's see if it'll stay that way, hopefully. Not quite. Let's get... There we go. We can see it at the bottom there. Hi everyone, welcome to Wolf Branch Homestead. It's been a little while since we've streamed our hummingbird feeder. They're starting to show back up more. Not terribly busy, but they are starting to appear more, including the females. So we're going to be looking for males and females. I don't expect any juveniles, any fledglings to show up yet, but we'll still be looking for some hummingbird activity today. Got a clean feeder, fresh nectar, ready to go. We hope you're all having a great day and a great middle point of your week. We thank you for joining. The tiny microphone does not fit our new phone. Hi Prairie Dog, goodness, I can't talk today. Our other phone broke and we were without a phone for a while. And then when I replaced that finally, the microphone that I had, it's wireless, so it plugs into where you plug your charger in at. And it does not fit this phone because it's a different type of phone. So I'm gonna have to get another one eventually. But for right now, background noise, you'll hear a lot more. But you should, still hear the hummingbirds pretty well with it being right here by the feeder. I hear one above me. Come on. Come on. He's zooming around. But you'll hear our fountain over here going, our little bird bath. Multiple different species of birds right now, including wood thrush, blue jay, among others. And I'm going to step inside here and get everything set up so we can watch for the hummingbirds because he just zoomed past me, so he's ready to come to his feeder. And remember, down there at the bottom, we've got our clock for timestamps. It's on Central Time. And if you see any birds, if we don't call it out, then feel free to do the spot where you just let us know what time it showed up at. Come on. I hear you. You're right above me. I'll stay really still. He said no way, he's not going to come down here while I'm standing here. But I will step inside here, and again, hopefully everyone's having a great day, and thank you for watching with us. Yes, I'm leaving the feeder. I'm going. Immediately, there you are. All right, everybody. We're gonna call it an evening here. Getting a little bit darker now, so time to go do chores, take the goats out for a little bit, and get everybody fed before the evening time here. We thank you so much for joining with us, and glad we had a few visits from the hummingbirds, and a female actually came down this time, so that was good to see. She was pretty quiet to start with, which is surprising because they usually sound a little bit heavier because they're slightly larger than the males are. So I was surprised that she was so quiet to come up. Out at the other end, we've got two feeders out, and we've been seeing males and females there. Predominantly males are in charge of the feeders, so there's a male that claims this feeder and the other one out at the other end too. Other than that, we'll add more feeders once it gets busier. Probably, like we say, usually around July is probably when we'll add some more feeders out. But I do want to show you all. I don't know how often I've ever brought this out here to show you, but the feeder that you're seeing, this part right here is an ant repellent guard. Instead of using water, this has a repellent disc on the inside that's out of the way of the hummingbirds where they can't get to it, but it keeps the ants from going down here, and we've used these with great success over the past few years. But our feeder here, this silver part and down, this is what feeder we're using, is the Hum Blossom by the Aspects Company. It is 4-ounce capacity with 3 feeding ports. It has this little screw-on piece right here that, well, there's a female. Come on. She flew past me and flew back off. It's got 3 feeding ports, and that piece in the middle that screws on makes it where you can see really well across the whole feeder, get good visibility of who's at it. This one right here, you can use that 4-to-1 ratio and do 4 tablespoons of water to 1 tablespoon of sugar and fill these up. So they're good small capacity feeders. They're really well made, pretty durable. We're not sponsored by anybody. This is just an honest kind of quick review about how we've been using these ever since our friend Ginger that moderates with us introduced us to these feeders. They're really good. They're well made. I've dropped them a few times. Have had some pretty good success with not breaking anything so far. Really easy to clean. It's, 3 simple parts to come apart. So you've got the base, the top, and the screw-on part. Really easy to get these apart and clean them, which is really important. And one thing I like about this is when you get the box from them, they've actually got information in here on a little card, and they tell you on this how to make your own nectar, and they tell you to do 1/4 cup of white table sugar to 1 cup of boiled water, so they give you the 1-to-4 ratio. And I like that right below that on here they say only feed hummingbirds nectar. Do not substitute honey for the sugar. Do not add any dye or coloring to the mixture. The color of the feeder cover will attract the hummingbirds. Come on. That was a nice visit. The female came up. I'm only maybe 2 feet away from the feeder, and she came right up there. That was a good quick visit by her. I'm glad that she came to see us. But again, this feeder brand, they're, to me, pretty well worth investing in. They're pretty durable, easy to clean. Hummingbirds take to them really quickly, and I also respect that the company tells you how to make your own nectar without the dyes instead of trying to sell you nectar. So that's one really important thing that I like about this. But again, if you're interested in a feeder like this, the Hum Blossom, there should be a link in the description if you're interested in anything like this. With any of our links that we put on here, it's through the Amazon affiliate program, so we let you know that if you use any of those links to make a purchase, we get a very small commission off of that. So it just goes back to help the homestead order any needed supplies, whether that be, you know, things for the animals, etc. So definitely check out any of those links if you're interested in kind of helping out, and if you're interested in getting a feeder for yourself like this one. I think we also have links for the repellent guards too. I like these because we've had pretty good success, like I said, with keeping the ants away, and you don't have to constantly put water in there. And when you do put water in those ant moats, sometimes honeybees will try to go to that and they might get stuck depending on how deep it is. So this has been kind of a good alternative outside of the moats for us, because we do get quite a few different variety species of ants that will try to go to our feeders. One thing it doesn't repel, let me tell you, squirrels and raccoons. So if you do have a problem with your feeders emptying out overnight, you might want to put a game camera on it. That's what we had to do with this one. I'm having to move this at night and put it up higher out of reach because we have raccoons coming to this. They will tip this up and drink out of it and empty it completely overnight. So again, if you see anything like that on your feeders, you see it randomly get empty overnight, you might have a leak, you might have something getting into it. So try putting a game camera on there if you have any trouble with that. If you see it going down during the day, you might have a lot of hummingbirds. It might be busy, so they might be drinking a lot from it. Then again, you could have a squirrel trying to get in there. So that's where definitely game camera, like we've mentioned before. Just to ramble a little bit here at the end, game camera for your hummingbird feeder. Get yourself kind of a inexpensive one, and you are set up in different ways to watch your hummingbird feeders. You can see if you have any problems with any other animals raiding them. And you can also put it on there when you're expecting your hummingbirds to first arrive, and get pictures when they first start coming to your feeder. So it's definitely good to have one. There's different uses you can use your game camera for, but we love having one for our hummingbird feeders. And also telling, you know, when your first female gets there, if you've got any juveniles, and even taking pictures if you have other species visiting. That's a good way to use those as well. But we appreciate everybody joining in with us. We hope you have a wonderful evening. And if you're watching this the next day, you're not watching live, then we hope you're having a good day. And as we go into the weekend, hopefully it's a great weekend for you as well. We will try to stream as often as we can, but again, depending on how busy we are, weather, things like that, we may not be streaming all the time. So just check back with us, and the best way to know if we are streaming is to have your notifications. It'll let you know, so that way you don't have to, you know, wait on us to stream again. I do. Thanks for joining us yesterday when we were streaming our little chicken. She's ready to get out for a little bit and walk around and do some scratching. Stay tuned with us. We do different streams. We streamed our chicken yesterday, and we streamed the hummingbird feeder. And I'm going to try to, once our birds get more used to their feeder station, we'll try to stream our actual bird feeder as well. But we hope you all have a great evening. We thank you for joining us. We look forward to sharing with you again soon. And take care until then, as always, until our next video or live stream. And we'll see you then. And thank you everybody for joining with us live. Good to see you, and good to hear about all of the hummingbird reports as well. Glad to see that they've made their way up northward, and people are starting to get all their ruby-throated hummingbirds. That's awesome. So definitely, if you haven't shared with us already, make sure if you do catch us live or you comment afterwards, let us know what state or what area you're in. Let us know when you got your first hummingbird so we can celebrate with you. And it also helps other people keep up with information on when to expect their birds as well. Places to check: migration map reports, before I forget. Journey North is the big one. Hummingbird Central. And there's also a migration report map on the Perky Pet website. So check all three of those places. Reports can differ. You can see a report on one that's not on the other. So comparing all those is the best way to get some information about when to expect the first bird around your area, when they've arrived there, what the activity levels look like, things like that. But again, time to get out here and get these chores done, take care of the goats. I wish we could stream walking them, but we just don't have the service for it out there. But we do record from time to time. Again, if you want to see when we're live again next, your notifications, if you do the little, I think it's a bell on there that you click, and if you have your notifications, it should let you know whenever we're streaming again next. We hope you have a great evening, and take care.